What's up, Sparkman family? It's your boy Sparkman, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're talking about YCS pricing and WCQ pricing. Holy moly, there's been a change, and a pretty good one at that. Now, we will talk about things that could be improved with this as well, but man, we needed this change, especially given the fact that pricing has absolutely sucked, and players have been leaving the game. Players have been talked about negatively about their game. Players have been leaving their pricing on the stage for people to pick up. And there has been a lot of negative connotation behind the pricing and just the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! For the past few years, especially from content creators, including myself and so many others here on YouTube and other social media sites. It just wasn't good. It just really wasn't good. And the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And just honestly, any product, any company is built on their marketing. And the marketing for Yu-Gi-Oh! Was going down the hill. It was really negative, to be honest with you, right? With the entry being so hard to get into a game like Yu-Gi-Oh!, the aspect of having more and more negative vibes from a lot of people in the community deterred a lot of people wanting to join this game, especially with all the marketing KONAMI is doing on their side for celebrities and all these things. People were just not latching onto it because of everything they were hearing about Yu-Gi-Oh! And how the pricing sucks, so there was no motive for players to go out there and buy cards because, again, there was no real incentive that they would win anything. And really, the pricing for, for topping was almost close to nothing, right? So, it's glad that they are adding something here. Now, I will say I wish they added a little bit more than just this, and just upgrade some of these cards into a higher rarity. But that's just me. What I will say is that I'm glad that they're even doing something like this, though, right? I can complain, I can talk badly about it, but at the same time, this is an improvement, right? This is an improvement in the right direction, and that's what we want to see, right? Going in the right direction with things, right? Because there is a lot of card games out there right now that is really making KONAMI and Yu-Gi-Oh! Sweat, because there is a lot of card games doing really well for itself. We talk about One Piece, we talk about Star Wars Unlimited, we talk about all these other card games making it in the scene and really making competitive for a lot of the other card games out there. Now, we know Pokemon is like up here, we know Magic is doing well, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been it's been shaky. I'm not sure if a lot of people realize this, but it's been shaky. Even the quarterly numbers have been shaky. Now, people will say, oh, it's actually been increasing, there's a profit here, but to what extent, really, right? To what extent? At the same time, it doesn't really seem like that as well. And the numbers are kind of inflated too, given the fact that, the cost for a lot of the product has gone up as well. So that could be also why we're seeing that as well as a profit margin for Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it really shouldn't be, right? Because there are, I feel like, less players in the game compared to what it was a few years ago. Now, numbers will say that's wrong because we see a lot of people attending these events. However, there is also a lack of pro players going to these events too because they are quitting. So again, like I said, they needed something like this. Price cards is just amazing overall. And what they're doing is giving out these packs, and you have a chance to pull 1 out of the 10 cards if you make it to day 2 of the event, which is honestly like quite rewarding. Like, think about it. If you worked through 9 rounds of Swiss and you made it to day 2, that's 9 duels, right? That's 9 duels. That is a hard fought, arena with a ton of amazing players. If you're making it day 2, you should be getting something. You should be feeling rewarded to making it there. And finally, they are doing something and giving out packs. Now, what I will say, what I do like, is that there's a YCS stamp on the actual card. Now, I'm going to guess there's going to be a WCQ stamp as well when they have that pack given out. As you can see, there is 2 different packs here, and you can see the YCS stamp over here on all the cards. There will probably be a WCQ stamp on them as well when there's a WCQ pack to be given out. Now, I will say, I don't like that they're probably going to be like an ultra or whatever it is that they're doing. Personally, they should have made it a Starlight, maybe a Corsair Secret Rare, maybe something even newer, another rarity, something different along the lines of that, to just kind of like make this a little bit better in a sense. It doesn't cost them really anything more to do something a little bit extra touch and finish to these cards to make them a little bit nicer for the community that is making it to day 2. Now, I will say we won't complain because we are getting something more, and these cards will probably hold a good value. But regardless of the value of the card, it is still going to be a cool collector card to have in your collection regardless. What I'm saying, though, personally, is that it doesn't take them... It's not the end of the world to make something like this a little bit nicer, right? Make it a bigger upgrade to a card, right? So, those are things to consider in the future when they are doing this. But overall, we're not going to complain too much, right? Because, we are happy, we are grateful, and, we'll take the little of what we can get with Konami at this point, right? And I will say now there is a little bit more incentive for players to go out there and compete at a YCS. Now there's more incentive and more positive things to talk about when players are saying, yeah, actually you can win something on day 2. So there is more things, more positive things to talk about when attending these big events. So all good stuff, all good stuff. And now if you make it into right here, top 32, you'll be winning a card trooper, everybody. And you could see the YCS and WCQ stamp on both of them as well, which is really awesome. That is really, really cool. Obviously, the people are going to be wanting to chase after this one, especially. But regardless of either or, it's really cool that top 32 is getting something as well. And then if you make it a top 16, you're getting an effect veiler, which is great. And these cards are playable cards. They're not like you can't use this in a duel. These are playable cards, so that's a really, really cool thing. But that's why I also said I wish it was a higher rarity too, because I feel like it would have been really nice to give it that higher rarity for players to play in their actual deck, because players are going to want to play high rarity stuff. Regardless, this is going to be technically a high rarity card because of the stamp. And I think no matter what, players are still going to play this and be really happy to play this and have this. As we all know, Effect Veiler is very much a usable card nowadays, alongside Ash Blossom, all those amazing hand trap cards we have in the game. But I do think this is a nice finish to what they're trying to do. What I will also say as another idea for them, again, for those that don't know, I graduated with a marketing degree, so I have like 10,000 ideas about how they can really improve just pricing, the game of you, all these things. I have like so many ideas, and that's why we make a lot of these videos, because I start to just like ramble off and kind of have these ideas that I just wanted to like talk to you guys about. But if they put in so they have these 10 cards here, right, in the pack. If they put in like another card that says, hey, congratulations, you won a Starlight Rare sheet, I think that would be really cool. I think that would actually make this like really, really awesome. Think about that. You made it to day 2, you open one of these packs, and inside one of the packs it says, congratulations, you won a Starlight sheet. Congratulations, you won a Quarter Century Secret Rare sheet. Congratulations, you won a Ghost Rare sheet. Think about the wow factor in that. Think about how people will go insane. Like, they would have thought they won the lottery, right? So, you place something like that in one of these to give out to the crowd, and they are going to go absolutely nuts if they end up getting one of those. It'll also eliminate the fact that people won't open these. They will keep it sealed. People will want to open all of them because they'll want that Starlight sheet. They'll want that extra, whatever they're giving out as a sheet. So, right? So, like, think about if they were to do something like that. That is an extra, thing they could do that could really make everyone go crazy. And we've talked about it, right? Prizing is not tough, they make it tough, right? So it's easy to give out something that would make players happy, and it's just a small gesture, right? That would really entice an audience to want to compete, to want to play, to want to join your game. Again, you're having players put together these decks. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, and it also takes a lot of money. It's not cheap to play Yu-Gi-Oh! We all know this. This is one of the more expensive card games out there. So giving your players more should be the expectation, should be the standard, right? Like, it shouldn't be us having to really pull them to be like, oh, can we have something, please? We shouldn't be begging. That's like the whole point, I think, where a lot of people are frustrated, where we have this game that's been here for 25 plus years, and we're like begging for better support. We're begging for them to do better. It should be like, okay, let's listen to our players. Let's do this immediately. Let's fix this immediately. It's more like we have to wait a couple years and they'll fix this. We'll have to wait this amount of time and they'll ban this. It's like, no, if we're saying something, if a mass majority of audience is saying something, make the change. Don't wait that 8 months to make the change, or wait a year and a half to make the change. Make the change. So I think that's why a lot of people get frustrated with Yu-Gi-Oh, because I feel like other card games, they listen, and it's just one of those things, everybody. I think a lot of people, that's why we have so much negative connotation with Yu-Gi-Oh, especially why we call them KONAMI at the end of the day, is because they kind of name themselves that, and to eliminate us calling them that and having those puking horse memes and all these types of things that we see with Yu-Gi-Oh is if they just do a better job moving forward with a lot of these things. Now, this is a good step, right? We talked about this is a good step. It's about continuing those steps to make it right with the community, to make it better for players playing this game. But yeah, I want to hear your thoughts, your opinions. I know there's a lot to be said about this. I know a lot of people are really happy as well, and there's every right to be happy. I am happy myself because this is really a good step in the right direction. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This is insane. This is insane. This is really surprising news that I really did not expect on May the 4th. So yeah, man. And again, May the 4th be with all of you. I know it's May 5th as I am uploading this video, but it's great news on Star Wars Day. So awesome stuff. Shout out to all my Star Wars fans in the comment section down below as well. But like I said, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I want to hear everything you have to say. But yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe and comment, and peace out, YouTube.